I don't even know how to begin the show, but I'm going to promise I'm not going to be a hothead tonight. Cooler heads prevail. I'm going to try and keep it under wraps. So, Hendo, with that, how are you tonight?
I am wonderful. How are you doing?
I'm great. I'm doing well overall. Thank God for that. But super frustrated with this Baltimore Ravens organization right now.
Word, word. Why are you so frustrated? I mean, listen. So for those of the people out there that don't know, this is Yolanda's first time being with the team during down times. So to her, this is a first. We as Ravens fans, we're used to this type of situation. Trade deadline has come and it's gone, and like myself and many of us expected, after the move last night, the Ravens weren't going to make another move. And I know that a lot of people out there are gonna kind of try to make excuses. They've already have. They've tried to make excuses of, well, we don't know what Eric DeCosta is out there doing behind closed doors. We don't know the calls that he's making. We don't know the moves that are trying to be dealt. But being an experienced Ravens fan, I already know it's a bunch of baloney. It's a bunch of BS. There's been talk about certain people about compensatory picks. Who gives a damn about comp picks? Who cares about a fourth, fifth, sixth, or seventh rounder that's not going to come help this team? Eric DeCosta has shown over the years, through and through, we waste so many draft picks on players that mean absolutely nothing to us. What do we have? We have Sanusi Kane, Nick Samak, Garrett Dellinger. We have Sean Wade, Ben Mason, like guys in the later rounds that have made no impact to this team. But instead of making a run for the Super Bowl or even just improving this team, not just for this season, we're worried about comp picks that aren't even going to make this roster. And a couple of seasons ago in 2023, there was speculation that the Ravens were going to trade for Derrick Henry. They're trying to trade for Derrick Henry to make that playoff push, which we could have sorely used him, even if we weren't going to use him. But to me, the excuse was made that the Titans owner blocked that deal because Derrick Henry is a generational player. That's somebody they didn't want to let go of. And once again, I call BS because if you look at the situation in totality, look at what the Texans were going through. The Texans were going through a losing season, firing their head coach. They knew they weren't going to re-sign Derrick Henry after that season. So what was the point of keeping him around for 9-10 games when they know they were going to let him go? It's the fact that our general manager hoards draft picks. If you ever watch him make a trade, he always gets a draft pick in return. Even though it may be a lower draft pick, he received some type of compensation. And I guarantee you, he was like, yeah, I give you a fourth maybe for Derrick Henry. And they're like, nah, you can give up a second. You gave up one for Roquan, give up one for Derrick Henry, or it's no deal. Because I guarantee you, if you'd offered them the right compensation, Derrick Henry would have been on the team in 2023. So to make these excuses about what this GM didn't try to do, I'm not for it. We traded for a pass rusher. Yes, 4.5 sacks in the last 4 games. Give him credit for that. He has 35 total sacks throughout his career. We had a pass rusher already on this team that through the last 4 games, you have to give him credit whether you like him or you don't like him, has had 4 sacks. So we gave up a young guy with potential for a guy who's been decent. And to me, everybody's lauding that trade like, oh, we made moves. We did this, we did that. No, we traded for a guy that had $1.5 million left on his contract. That's the real reason that we traded for Draymond Jones, is because he wasn't costing this team very much. I'm not frustrated. I'm not mad. I'm trying not to get there because the more I talk about it, the more, it's flowing through me. But we're trying to turn things around. Yes, the Ravens do not have a winning record. Some people say, why mortgage the future for a team that's going nowhere? Well, we're not going to go anywhere if we're not going to address certain and key issues. If you look around the league, teams are making moves. Yes, the Dallas Cowboys traded Micah Parsons. What did they get in return? Quinnen Williams. Not saying it's the same, but he upgraded his team. Us, on the other hand, we knew that we had a deficiency at the guard position. We did not make a move to get a guard. There were some out there who may not be world beaters. They may not be, but there were some people that could make this team better. I was talking to Brodney from Lunch Break Hot Take. Make sure you go like, subscribe earlier today. And he said that Draymond Jones was the type of guy that you could trade for during any portion of the season. And when you make trades during the trade deadline, these are supposed to be impact moves to get your team over the hump. Now, we have some false hope that we played some offenses that haven't played their best or haven't been the best, and this defense has looked so much better. So now we're saying, oh, well, you know, we get this little piece here, and we got Carl Lawson coming off the couch. We're good. No, we're not.
No, we are not. Hello to everyone who's joined. Thanks for hanging out tonight.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, we got a lot of super chats already coming through. I see them.
It's the same person. It's my child.
I know. Thank you, Jasmine, for the $5 donation once, twice, 3, 4, 5 times. Thank you. Thank you for the support. Thank you. It means a lot. Yeah. Listen, Nike's 444. Don't even play because you said maybe we can convince Aaron Donald to come out of retirement. That's the type of move that the Ravens make. And it wouldn't even be Aaron Donald. It would be somebody else who's not as impactful as Aaron Donald was because he was one of the best in the game. But we'll go find someone who's in, just at the bottom of the barrel, and we'll go sign them. Oh man. This team, and I see you, Killer Cam. Oh, I see that Imani said I had to change my picture. I need to change my avatar too, and just put like a sad face, someone crying. But the problem is, Killer, and I see you, Killer Cam. He said, trying not to be pessimistic. I can't help but be pessimistic right now. We've started the season in a horrific fashion. We finally get Lamar Jackson back. And what do we do to show him that, like, hey, we are all in? We saw what you went through against the Lions. That was unacceptable. We've got to make some moves. And we do nothing. So I don't want to hear any more about the whole, oh man, EDC is out here cooking. No, he's not. He's not. Hey there. He's not. What is he cooking? What is EDC cooking?
Chopped up hot dogs?
Not even. Oh man. Wow.
Yeah, this is really disheartening. Like all day long, if you look at Twitter, Ravens fans just waiting. EDC, you on the clock. EDC, what are you going to do? EDC,
we believe
EDC.
In
I didn't see too many. We believe in yous.
Oh, I saw several of them. We come on, EDC. You got to, do something. We believe you're gonna do something. We know that this is not over for us yet. You got something else up your sleeve, EDC. What you got for us? Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, look, Nike says we better hope Lawson balls out. John Harbaugh said, "Well, we got to look at the roster construction. He may not. He may be ready, but he may not play." What?
I mean, okay. Some of the decisions that we make as an organization really just have me clueless. What was the point of bringing Jair Alexander in? And don't tell me that, oh, that's because that's Lamar's guy. Well, if it was Lamar's friend, he's still, he'd still be here. But moving forward, what was the purpose? What is the reason? Someone said it, 60 some odd draft picks since 2019. And how many of those have panned out? Not even half, probably.
Whoa. Let's hope we can make double digits. Out of those 69.
69. And how many of those?
We can say, just off rip, we can say Kyle Hamilton.
Okay. Our center.
Matabike.
Our center. Tyler Linderbaum.
Oh, Tyler Linderbaum, indeed.
Okay, so that's 3. We shouldn't be struggling this much, to find
Zay.
Okay, Zay.
We're hoping on Nate Wiggins.
I'm not. I don't want to know about a hope and a prayer. I want to know what has panned out so far. Not he's really going to be good in about a year. No, I'm not asking about that. So we're at 4.
Technically 3.
No, we're at 4. That's 4.
Okay, 4.
Stout. Okay, Killer Cam said Stout.
Wait
This
a minute.
year.
Wait a minute.
This
Wait a
year.
minute. Wait a
Killer
minute.
Cam said Stout this year. He
Oh,
said
I'm
just
sorry.
this year. He
Yeah,
didn't say
that doesn't
he,
make a career. That doesn't make a hit on the draft pick that you ball out in your contract season.
likely.
Likely.
Okay, we'll
That's
go
5.
there.
That's
Okay,
5.
that's all right. Likely. So that's my yeah, Danny. We hey there. We said Zay, so we named him. But see how we're struggling. We are really. Ooh, let me think. Hold on. There's got to be another one in there, right? Yeah. So that's pretty sad. Pretty sad. We do have a super chat coming
Rosengarten.
through.
Nah,
No,
not this season, not
no,
this season.
no. I'm not even going to hear it about Rosengarten. No, absolutely not. No, that's a no.
First round talent, 3rd round pick, Travis Jones.
First
I'm lying.
round.
I'm lying.
I was going to say, what did you just say? You can't even say that. Anyway. Okay. Die Hard Eddie, thank you for the $2 donation. EDC has wasted Lamar's prime years with this mess.
But yet still he's regarded as one of the top GMs in the league. I fail. I need you guys to tell me how he has made this team any better, especially as a man who has stood up in front of the world and said you build a team through the trenches. You have to have a strong offensive line. You have to have a strong defensive line. He said this out his mouth. So he knows what it takes to build a great team, but yet and still he continues to build from the outside in. Knowing this season, especially this season, we didn't have strength on the defensive line. We were really thin. We had no kind of depth. Knowing that this offensive line was serviceable last year, but we were losing a starter. He did nothing on either side of the ball. He drafted a guy who was injured, who was not going to contribute either way. Defensively, he let people go and didn't bring anybody in, and you drafted somebody in the 6th round, and you don't even want to play this guy. He's one of the few rookies on this team that was actually starting to come on and get pressure. He was starting to do some things, and then you make him inactive. Now, I know that part isn't on Eric DeCosta, but you knew the deficiencies of this team, and a lot of people say, well, things would be a lot different if John Harbaugh weren't the head coach. If we had a different head coach, then maybe he would draft differently. Well, you're the GM. Even though you can't hire or fire him, you need to get some huevos. You need to reach down and find your manhood and take control of this team. I don't care what your head coach says. If you bring in the talent, essentially he has to play them. If you bring in an upgrade to Daniel Falele or Andrew Voorhees, he has to play them. You brought in an upgraded running back. What happened? He had to play him. So to say that John Harbaugh is his crutch, his neighbor, his best friend, his boy, that's the reason why he isn't doing something, is scapegoating for him. You gaslighting the situation, and we have a GM that's basically useless. You have had the most draft picks since you became the GM. You haven't hit on 20% of your draft picks. So how are you making this team better? Yes, you made a couple trades. You traded for Marcus Peters, slam dunk. We blew that opportunity. You traded for Roquan.
He was good that first year.
Good. He was good for a season and a half.
The half season that he came in, and then the following season he was great. What has he done since then? And I don't want to hear motivational speeches.
He's gotten paid. And after that, then what? Then what? Yeah, I mean, listen, nobody's crazy, and these are just our opinions. But the reason that we started this channel and our channels is because we were tired of everybody saying, oh, organization is one of the best in the league. We're doing the right thing. We're making the right moves. We're not making the right moves. Oh, well, you're spoiled. We're having winning seasons. A lot of teams consistently have winning seasons. But what makes you special is you win championships. You win a championship. That is the goal of any sports, is to win a championship. It is not to be as competitive as you can be. It is not to be as entertaining as you can be. It is to win the ultimate prize and be the best of your sport for that season, at least. And we have failed to do so because we have had a head coach that unfortunately can't get out of his own way. We have a GM who loves his draft picks like he loves his children. What are these draft and with any GM throughout the NFL, no matter what round you draft in, what position you draft in, it is a crapshoot. You do not know if you are going to hit on somebody or not. But what you can find out is this guy's been balling for years. I can go out here and trade for him and make my team better instead of taking swings at it. Once again, your general manager got in front of the camera and said, I'm not good at drafting this position. So instead of going out and saying, let me get some free agents that I know can play, I'm going to keep taking swings at it. I need as many swings at bat as I can to get a hit on base. If your on base percentage is 0.25, that's not good. I don't care how many times you come up to bat. If you're not having the correct batting percentage, that's it.
Yeah. Just want to say shout out to you, 86 Ghosts, for being a channel member for 10 months. No, I was saying I don't want a wing and a prayer. I don't want to hear it, but I see you, Kimberly. Thank you. Always supporting. I appreciate you. I feel your pain. Kimberly said she's mad and disappointed. I am with you too. Like, we have another super chat donation coming in.
It's your man's. It's the Buffalo
my
Bills
guy, Rakib. Rakib, look, you get a heart, Rakib, because no matter what, you're going to come over here trolling. But I can't wait until the day that your Buffalo Bills have a seat in the basement. Anyway, Rakib, thank you for the $5 super chat. Rakib said, and how's that wild card bubble looking? You can tell us.
In your own division, because
you need to watch out for the Patriots who are winning your division. You stay focused on that. Another super chat, thank you.
Appreciate it.
Spiritual War Exposed, thank you for the $10 donation. Can't tell me the front office doesn't respect Lamar. It's Shador's situation. Use them to sell tickets. They don't want Lamar to win. Trading 23 for a fifth is a slight to Lamar.
That's crazy to me how a lot of people love talking about, the Ravens brought in Jair Alexander because Lamar wanted him here. So you didn't bring him in because he was a former All-Pro at cornerback. He was a former Pro Bowler. That's not why you brought him in. It's like the time when they said, I think it was 2020, 2019, where they said, Lamar said that, he wanted an offensive lineman or a wide receiver. So they went out and got Hollywood Brown. No, we needed a wide receiver, regardless of what Lamar said. But my thing is, why could you not get Lamar a wide receiver and an offensive lineman? Like, why does it always have to be either or with this organization? Why do we have to pick and choose? Why can't you surround him with the people you need to surround him with? It is a travesty to me that Sam Darnold is up in Seattle.
Wow.
And they're trying to build a team around him. Sam Darnold is not even on the same planet as Lamar Jackson. But yet and still, they're bringing in more weapons. They got rid of DK, but they're bringing in more weapons. And we're sitting here farting around, hoping that this defense gets good enough for us to win. Now, Draymond Jones, whatever his name is, he can come in here and he may be an above average player. But with the way that we run this defense, is it going to stunt his growth? Is it going to hurt him? Because Odafe Owe just left his team and he's out there balling. All these Ravens, back from Matt Judon to Zadarius Smith, once they left the Ravens organization and culture, they went on to have phenomenal seasons. And I'm talking about they went from 9 sacks to 15 and a half on average.
How does that make sense? Talk about it. How does that make sense? Is it the player or is it the organization? Is it how the coaches play certain players? You got to think about it. Hey, Bentley, I see you. You left a comment earlier. I want to get to it in just a minute, but we do have a super chat donation coming through, doubling up tonight. Die Hard Eddie thank you for the $5 donation. They keep saying EDC is top 5 GM. Where?
That's what they say.
Oops, I'm sorry. Let me stay focused because I said I was going to try and remain calm here. All right. I'm telling y'all, they are on the same mess he's on, honestly. Didn't build around Lamar when he proved himself in 2019. Exactly.
Hmm.
Exactly. They're not, and if they haven't shown you already that they don't like, they're not all in on Lamar. I don't know. I don't know, but
So
they're not
that
going to build around him. It's going to be what it's going to be. I wish the Ravens would have done more, and I'm disappointed that they didn't. And I'm
Mhm.
disappointed because our backs are up against a wall, and it shouldn't even be that way, but it is. There are several games that we should have won this season. Rakib, your team being one of them. If only our defense would have shown up that night.
Right. Yeah.
So go ahead.
Yeah. So earlier, right before we got on, I was having a conversation with Jose. Lunch break hot take. Go subscribe, and like. And he reminded me, we as an organization, like you said, we don't build around Lamar Jackson, but every year in the draft, we go out just like this year, which is no different. We go out and we draft a safety. What did
Hmm.
we go trade for?
A
A
safety.
safety. We go out here and draft linebackers. We sign free agent linebackers. We go out here and we draft edges. What do we go out here and get in free agency? We get
An
edges.
edge.
But yet and still, this offensive line struggles. And yet and still, we don't bring in any suitable replacements that can come in and do some damage. But we'll do that defensively all day. We'll build around a secondary to
Hmm.
hopefully stop teams and we get no pressure on them, but we won't stop teams from pressuring our quarterback. Make that make sense. Lamar Jackson is the Baltimore Ravens, and I hate to say it like that for those of you that don't believe that Lamar is this team. I think his 2-game absence showed us, 3-game absence
Hmm.
showed us exactly what Lamar means to this team. Chicago Bears game aside, we average 6.5 points per game. Lamar energizes this team, and when he's on the field, there is not a game that we are out of. But yet and still, we decide to build defensively. This is 2025, about to head into 2026. We're
Hmm.
still trying to win with defense. You don't win in an NFL like that. It is impossible for you to stop the worst teams week in and week out. There are games where teams right now that are sitting at 2-7, 3-7 can put up 35 points per game. But yet and still, we think that we're going to build a defense like the 2000, 2004, 2006 Ravens and shut these teams down. We're not going to do that.
We're not doing
They
it.
don't have those type of players. Roquan Smith, you did what you could do while you could do it, but the NFL is ever changing, is ever evolving. We don't need Ray Lewis types anymore. Those thumpers, those guys that can't keep up with running backs and tight ends, they are becoming obsolete, which is making his game obsolete. So if we don't play a team that runs a lot, that's why Roquan Smith is negated. And to give that man $100 million for an inside linebacker
Inside linebacker.
is crazy to me. But yet and still, when we need a guard or an experienced tackle, it's like, I ain't got the change on me. Where that we ain't got it today. So yeah, I mean, so it's just crazy how this front office and this organization is building around our franchise quarterback because no other team does that. Even lesser tier quarterbacks, teams build around them to make them better. Drake May is out there looking like the MVP
The
front runner. I don't care.
MVP front runner.
Rakib, I don't care what they put out there in the Twitterverse. He doesn't.
Drake
His
May.
numbers. He has 10 more rushing yards. Josh Allen has 10 more rushing yards than Drake May. 10 more. But the passing yards, completions, touchdowns, and all that, Drake May got him. They're building around him. They're trying to build an offensive line around him. They're trying to give him weapons. But yet and still, we are the only franchise that says, Lamar, go out there and do it yourself. You can watch it the way that they call the games. When Tyler Huntley was in there, different game plan, short, quick passes. The run game was different. But you put Lamar back there, it's like Todd Monken, like, oh, I'm taking a day off. Lamar's got this. So what are we doing? What are we really doing as a franchise? That's why I'm not really mad right now because I'm so used to this. I'm so used to not having high expectations for this team, except in 2024, 2023, 2019. Outside of those years, it's status quo. We operate the same way because we have the same people that have been here. Eric DeCosta has been in this organization long enough to know how this team operates, and we change nothing. And for some reason, we keep thinking that running this organization the exact same way while everybody in the league is evolving is going to keep us profitable and winning on the field. They're going to stay profitable as long as you guys keep going to the game. And I told Yolanda, if y'all stop going to the game, if you stop buying the merchandise, it will force change. Once you start hurting Bashady's pockets, That's when we'll see effective change with this organization. But until then, we won't. And what's going to end up happening is over the next 5 or 6 weeks, the Ravens are going to go on a run because they play some porous teams, and it's going to be like the Ravens are back. I told y'all we didn't need to make a big splash during the trade deadline. This team was good enough as it was. Well, 1-5 starting a season where we're supposed to be Super Bowl bound tells me otherwise.
Yeah. Just want to say hello to everyone. John Parsons, I see you. Heather, thank you for being here. Thanks for being a channel member.
Appreciate you.
I like, oh gosh, this team. I don't know how one can take this team seriously right now when we have one of the best quarterbacks that probably has ever played the game with us right now, healthy, in his prime. And what are we doing?
Mm-hmm.
We're getting more help in the secondary. Mm-hmm.
You're gonna drop him back in coverage.
What? I was talking about this. I was talking about this earlier, thinking about it, and I saw a tweet, and it said, Mike Green shouldn't be dropping back into coverage. True. What linebacker do we have that's a good cover linebacker? I'll wait. Let me hear from the chat first before you give your feedback, Hendo. What linebacker is on the Ravens roster today that we can say, at least he can cover? Nobody responded because you don't have an answer. Go ahead, Hendo. Who do we have on the team?
What? We got 44 safeties. We don't need a linebacker to cover. We got 44 safeties.
But we keep dropping Mike Green back into covers because we have how many safeties? Oh, okay. So you can't say one thing out of your mouth, but the Ravens are doing something totally different. So which one is it? If we got all these safeties, we have all these members of the secondary, we don't need linebackers to drop into covers. But why are we doing it then? Because
your defensive coordinator is very inexperienced and he doesn't know what he's doing. He's playing a soft zone that's getting eaten up. Eaten up. And he doesn't know what to do with himself. He doesn't have a head coach that can give any input. So he's lost out there.
Maybe Teddy. Maybe. That's right, John Parson. Because you know what? John Harbaugh always has confidence in his guys. You're right. You are right.
No. Teddy misses his assignments too much. He's getting better. Now, granted, he's a rookie. He's getting better. He's a rookie. He's getting better. I think he may get there, but right now we don't have anybody. And like to Danity's point, when we traded Jair to the Eagles, the thought process was, we cleared up another $2 million in cap space. So right now we have $14 million. So we have the draft capital. We have the draft space to bring in. We have the space to bring in somebody onto this roster that can make an impact. We did nothing. We brought in a guy who's going to be paid $1.5 million for the rest of the season. And that was good enough. And it kind of negated the Jair Alexander contract by like $500,000. So it's all about it's money. It seems like it's money ball for them, except for when it comes to indescript positions on the football field that don't make an impact in winning. Yes, your inside linebacker plays a pivotal role in your defense. Your starting safety plays a pivotal role in your defense. But safeties and inside linebackers do not affect games unless you have a Fred Warner type, unless you have a Kirby Joseph type that's getting you 9 picks during the season. But guess what? Don't think they went in the first round.
That's it. And RG, he said, Yolanda, the scheme is trash. No other NFL teams do that. No other NFL teams drop their linebackers in coverage. Well, then why do we do it? Why do we have a fullback to help solidify an offensive line?
Wait a minute.
Why do we have
solidify? What was solidify? Don't make me pull out the clips.
No. Don't pick it. What do you call him? Hard R.
It's like that man ran up to him. It was like, sit down, little boy. Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm gonna sit down. Anyway, so RG, my only thing is, okay, then why do we do it? Why do we do a lot of things? But anyway,
because we're limited with the top 5 Hall of Fame head coach.
We're gonna get to some of these super chats, and we're kind of land this plane pretty soon. This was just kind of our instant thoughts of what happened at the trade deadline, which was a whole bunch of nothing, and then we'll kind of end it with, hey, what did we learn about the Ravens today? Ernest Buren, thank you for the $5 donation. We do appreciate you. EDC doing exactly what Biscotti, Scotty, whatever his name is, wants. Like they say in the military, EDC and John are good soldiers. Yes, Lamar ain't re-signing. He's already in the Hall of Fame. I don't know if he's re-signing. I don't know.
I mean, I think just for the sake of Lamar's character,
he would want to.
I think that he's going to sign an extension just to give this team flexibility to bring on other people, because we have 20 plus free agents coming up this offseason. And it doesn't look like we're going to win a Super Bowl this year. So if he really and truly wants to win a Super Bowl, he's going to sign an extension, give this team a little bit of cap room. But I don't think that he wants to, because it's like, why am I giving you money and affording you the availability to bring in more defenders? Like, how many defensive players do we have to bring in before you realize this ain't working? You have first rounders all over this team. And that's not even to talk about Taven Bryan, the guy that we brought in off the street. He's a former first round pick. Like, we have first round picks everywhere on this defense, and we can't seem to get it right.
We can't.
Yes, we had a better showing versus the Dolphins. But
it's the Dolphins.
But even with that, we're heading into week 10 and we have 7 turnovers. 7 turnovers as a defense that was voted in the offseason to be the best defense in the NFL.
Oh boy.
So if I were him, why would I give you money back? I did that the first time. I stayed on my rookie deal. I didn't complain. I didn't ask for a new contract early to give you that opportunity to bring me some help. And you went out and got more defenders. We lost our offensive line, the entirety of our offensive line from 2019 to 2022. And you kept bringing in defenders. You brought in a Patrick Queen, a Alejandro Villanueva, a Jawan James. You brought in people like this when I desperately needed you to have my back. Then when I sacrificed for you for all of these years and it came time for me to get a contract, what did you do?
Franchise tag.
You made me fight tooth and nail to get the contract that I rightfully deserved. But John Harbaugh will get up here every day. Yeah, me and Lamar, we love each other. We have conversations all the time. We talk about this and we talk about that. No, you don't. No, you don't. You want people to think that you are somebody that you are not. That's why he's so sensitive when he reads fans' comments. I am a guy sitting in a chair giving my thoughts at the end of my bar. So why are you so triggered? Because I say, hey, guy, you ain't doing something right.
There's a whole lot of stuff you're not doing right. Thank you, Carl S., for the $5 donation. We do appreciate you. Honestly, if they replace the guards and give Lamar time to throw and the defense plays a little better than they are now, we can go 11-6. I agree with you, Carl. My thoughts were, go out there, and if you want to bring someone to help the D-line, great, but don't stop there. You freed up cap space. Go get Zeitler. Bring someone in. And did we do that? No, we didn't. So the problem is, you're right, Carl. And I think that's the reason that I'm so frustrated, because it's just like we're only a couple of players away, a couple of pieces away from being right where we want to be or need to be. Yeah, I know the coaching staff is still going to be what it is, and we're going to have to just win in spite of them. It's going to have to be that way. But the fact that we didn't do anything on offense, I do mean we didn't do anything.
I mean, I thought Todd Bunker was the problem. And if Todd Bunker's the problem, why don't you give him some help?
Yeah, you give what's his name, Dean Pease and
Chuck Pagano
and so forth, but that's it. That's it. We could have just done the bare minimum by bringing in one veteran guard. One. And that would have been the bare minimum. We should have brought in 2 to sit both of them down. Here you go, Falele. Here you go. Yeah, that's what we should have done, but we didn't.
We better hope and pray, because we don't have any depth at guard and we have no depth at tackle. So if somebody goes down, where are we going to be as a team?
Oh, we're going to insert Pat Ricard permanently. He'll no longer be fullback, Pat Ricard. He'll be Offensive guard. Yes.
No, I'm saying we got a fullback named Pat Ricard. I know of a hard R Ricard.
We have a super chat coming through from Mr. Kevin Germain. Thank you for the $5 donation. We appreciate you. I refuse to let these folks get my pressure up. I know. I'm trying.
That's why I'm
I'm trying, but this is hard. This is tough for me, Mr. Kevin Germain.
Yes.
I'm very upset about this.
She is.
Because we didn't have to. Anyway, moving on. Let me finish reading. I wouldn't be surprised. I say I get sidetracked. I wouldn't be surprised if Bisciotti is content, regardless of him insinuating he wants a Super Bowl. He doesn't want a Super Bowl. He just wants your money. As long as we continue as fans to purchase tickets to the game, we continue to buy merchandise, we support the organization financially, and that just means cha-ching in his pocket. He's good to go. We stay relevant enough to have a place at the table, but not the main table, the table that's kind of way in the back. We can sit back there at that table, meaning, okay, we're good enough to be a decent team during the year. That's fine. Great. And then we're going to be first round exit in the playoffs? If we make the playoffs. I move on. But thank you for the donation.
Thanks. And listen, Bisciotti he's content. If you followed the team for the last 10 years, I don't know. I know some people, but not like that. But I know over the last 10 years, there's been speculation on at least 3 occasions about Bisciotti wanting to sell the team.
Please do. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to say that.
And it's not even about please. It's if you are so intent on winning a Super Bowl, if you're really locked in and focused on winning the Super Bowl, why are you worried about selling the team? He doesn't care about football. Sometimes you get these billionaires and their fantasy is to own a sports franchise, and he did that. He's fulfilled that dream. He's tired of it. He wants to move on. Okay, cool. That's fine. Give it to somebody that wants it. Or just bring in competent front office people like Sashi Brown. Like bring in people that care like Sashi Brown cares.
No. We are not going there with Sashi Brown. I can't stand him. He makes me very upset. I said I was going to relax. I was not going to be upset. Marco G, thank you for the $2 donation. We appreciate your support. Marco says, EDC is the type of dude who uses coupons at
Goodwill. Man, a millionaire talk about, huh?
Wow.
25 cents. Huh? What can I get for a nickel?
Wow.
It's crazy.
That's terrible. But we do appreciate you. I do me a favor, everyone. You guys see me frustrated tonight. You see me upset. Just hit the like button for us. Came on camera, we came on live. I didn't really want to because I'm irritated.
Facts.
And
I'm tired.
I don't want to. Yeah, no, Hendo's tired and I'm irritated. I was like,
Speaking of, might have a little bit of surprise for you. Might have a little bit of extra content for you.
All right, that means we'll see y'all back tomorrow night.
Whoa. You did not let me finish.
Oh.
So it's a little bit of a test run going on. So starting tomorrow, I believe at 6:30 a.m., we may be doing a Jose and Hendo in the morning.
I love that. Jose and Hendo in the morning. That sounds great. What channel? Let us know where they can go.
This channel on Lunch Break Hot Take.
Okay. So now you heard it here first. Wake up early, set your alarm clocks. There's no excuse. You just got an hour extra sleep for those who. Hey,
what's up, Jose?
Rodney or Jose?
That's Jose.
Wait. I guess that is Jose because he said what? Give us a thumbs up if that's something that you'd like. Drop a thumbs up in the chat really quickly. If you would like to see like a 6:30, 6 o'clock, 5:30 a.m. Hendo Jose show, just to kind of give you a little bit of your thoughts.
Some truth in the morning.
In the morning to start your day. Give me a thumbs up. Let us know that if that's something that you want. I think that would be great.
We'll see.
There they go. There's a thumbs up. I love it. I can see it. People are saying yes, they want that in the morning. Yep, absolutely. Die Hard Eddie coming back again. Thank you for the support. You're making me feel better, Die Hard Eddie. All of you guys are making me feel a little bit better because boy, I was real upset about with this silly behind Ravens. We love our guys. Look out for the line next live. You know it. We have confidence in our guys. We believe in our guys.
Until they're in the doghouse.
Appreciate you.
Yes.
Oh, goodness. This is great. Jose said he cannot stress it enough. It is going to happen tomorrow. That's what he said. I love this. He's like, this is a test. Anyway, Mr. Kevin Jermaine,
Appreciate
thank
it.
you for coming back, doubling up with a $5 donation. We appreciate you. Mr. Kevin Jermaine says, I knew we weren't doing Jack. I didn't know that. Okay, let me put it this way. I'm going to read the rest of the comment. I kind of, sort of, in an unconventional kind of sort of way knew it, but I was really trying to convince myself that it's going to be different. Even though I had no evidence to back that thought up, I had no reason to believe that that's true. I was telling myself, come on, he's got to do something. We made some trades. We got rid of some players. We can't be done, right? Anyway, it'll be on ESPN eventually how we almost got so-and-so. We were in the hunt for such and such, for some sort of top-tier player, but
the owner nixed the deal.
Oh, it's baffling where, I put a tweet out earlier and I said, we were in talks with, and then I just put it fill in the blank at the Ravens. We're always just in talks. And then we hear later on that, EDC made the call for Max Crosby. EDC was in talks for Myles Garrett.
You lying.
You're right. So, but it's whoever. And so, like, hey there, Grails. Grailsy. Is it Grailsy or Grails? I think it's Grails. Grails only. Okay, that's creative. I like that. Grails. We didn't learn anything. I did. Here's what I learned. And I'm going to ask the question. What did you learn today for the Ravens? And if your answer is nothing, it's nothing. Hey, Tanja, thank you for being here. Yeah, it was a pop-up stream. We just kind of, and I told Hendo, I was like, I don't even really want to go live because people are going to see it on my face that I'm not myself.
And believe you me, I was like, all right, I'm going to bed.
I know. And then I was like, no, okay, I'm just kidding. No, we still have to do it because I told everyone in yesterday's video that we go live. So thanks for being here. But what I learned about the Ravens today is trust my instincts. My instincts kept telling me, just like Mr. Kevin said, he didn't think we were going to do anything else. That's what my instincts were telling me. Like, we're really not going to do anything. But I wanted to believe. I wanted to be positive. I wanted to have hope and say, okay, we're going to do something. I can't tell you why I'm saying that, but we are. But I learned today, trust my instincts. If my instincts tell me we're not going to get very far this season because the Ravens are just playing around, that's what my instincts are going to be.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to go with that. That's what I learned, to trust my instincts.
Word.
Yeah.
Like I said, you're new to all this. Like, you haven't been through this. You came in during the fun times. You came in during the winning times. You came in during the big dress, like all that good stuff. That's when you hit it. So all you've known is prosperity with the Ravens. Maybe a little bit of heartbreak here in the playoffs, but you've known winning times, the organization seemingly making the right moves. And now for you, it's like a reality check that all the things that you've been told, all the narratives that have been spun about this being a top 2 organization voted around the league, it's
that's laughable. Wow, a top 2 organization.
Not 2.
Stop it.
Top 2, not 2.
And not 2. Stop it.
If you look, even this season, they voted, other executives and organizations around the league have voted the Ravens the top organization. But what happens is we have Lamar Jackson. So he masks a lot of things. And he makes us look a lot better than what we are. So, of course, because we're winning 12, 13 games a year, we're going to look like a well-run organization. Because Lamar's putting up 32 points per game and we're winning, we're going to say, oh, this team is just packed with players. No, we're not. We have one superstar and a bunch of role players.
Yeah.
And when Lamar Jackson's not at his very best, we do not win. And it's always Lamar Jackson's fault. It's never about what they didn't build around him. Now, I will give credit to somebody. I ain't going to name his name, but he did ask the question. Has Harbaugh's time effectively ended in Baltimore? Because he's not getting the job done.
Yeah.
And we keep saying quarterback coach combinations after the 5th year do not win Super Bowls. In 105 years, well, I can't say 105 years, ever since 1960, what is it, 6, 7? Since then, since Super Bowls have started, it hasn't happened. So why do we expect it to happen with John Harbaugh? Because he's not a great head coach. Why do we expect this guy to be the guy? Now we know that Lamar is the man, but when you have coaching, when you have a coaching staff that consistently for years gets in the playoffs, and I don't care who the running back is, we said year in and year out, man, if we had a better talent than running back, we wouldn't run the ball 5, 10, 12 times a game in the playoffs. We got Derrick Henry in it. How many times did we run him, Yolanda? 16.
Not nearly enough.
16.
Not nearly enough.
So it's not the caliber of the players with Lamar. It's the coaching around him and the suspect nature in which they utilize players, how players get into the doghouse. And you say, you know what? I'm going to circumvent talent for my ego and how I feel about a person. I feel like I'm mad at you, so I'm not going to play you. Sanusi Kane, you're a little too vocal in this locker room. I'm going to let you go. And the same thing might have happened with Patrick Queen, because Patrick Queen, like him or not, Patrick Queen was one of those players that was like, I'm tired of losing the exact same way. When are we going to learn from our mistakes? He was getting frustrated just like the fans were. And guess what? The very next season, he's not re-signed. And he didn't get the greatest of contracts with the Pittsburgh Steelers.
We could have signed him. Want to send a shout out to a couple of people who've joined us recently in the chat. I see you, Lindsay Bailey. That's my guy over there in the Philippines, my BFF in the Philippines. Hope you're doing well. Osman had an excellent question. Excellent. I'll just read it. He said, if you had one question interview, if you had a one question interview with EDC, what would you ask him? When are you tendering your resignation letter? Hendo, what question would you ask? Thank you, Tony.
Are you familiar with the term Harry Carey?
Why do I didn't even want to ask you to ask. I did not want to ask you to ask the question that you would ask. EDC, be serious.
How do you feel about self-sacrifice?
Can you be serious?
Oh, you think I wouldn't ask him that?
Hey, in Mum Av, thanks for being here.
Kwame. You think I would ask him that? I don't. I'm an old man. I don't care. I have carte blanche to ask anybody anything that I want and blame it on old age.
Yeah, you have really crossed over that threshold where you could just say, listen, I'm blaming it on old age. We do have another super chat. I did, though. I said it for you. We have another super chat, $1 donation from Richard McLean. Thank you, Richard, for the donation. Thank you for the support. Do us all of you, do us a favor really quickly. Hit the like button for us. Take 2.5, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, turn on your post notifications, because you just heard, for those of you who are just tuning in, you might have missed it. Tomorrow morning, there will be a live stream with Hendo and Jose, early morning, 6 o'clock, 6:30 in the morning, to give you that real truth as you start your day. Maybe you're commuting to work, maybe you're exercising, whatever you're doing, maybe you're just waking up and you just want to hear something real, not fake about the Ravens. Tune in tomorrow. So go ahead, hit the like button for us. We appreciate you.
Yes, this is a wonderful question. Are you in on the conspiracy to sabotage Lamar?
Ooh.
Because I think that this is real. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I do think that that's real. We've spoken about this before on how the NFL has become very image conscious.
Yeah.
And Rakib, if you're still here, this is facts. Lamar Jackson is the best player in the NFL. Bar none. He's the best player in the NFL. And you can't have somebody being the face of the league who doesn't really care about fitting a certain narrative. He doesn't speak the Queen's English. He comes in with his grills. He's Lamar. He's unapologetically, authentically himself. And the league can't stand that. The man doesn't have an agent. They don't want a league where players don't have agents because they don't get intel. They can't kind of coerce certain things. So they don't want this to happen. So there is a conspiracy to hold Lamar down. And I think that little Pablo bears it all. I think that show documented it all. He wasn't the only one, but Lamar is the face of everything. Just because we don't see him in a lot of commercials, that is by choice. He chooses not to do a lot of commercials. Trust me, if Lamar Jackson wanted to represent a company, they would jump at the chance to have him there. So yeah, I think there is a conspiracy to sabotage him. And unfortunately, the biggest saboteurs come from his own team.
Yep.
His head coach, his general manager, his owner,
Hmm.
his offensive coordinator, his
His
fullback.
offensive line. Here's a question right here. Chaos says he wants to know, EDC, why do you suck? Wow. Ouch. Yikes.
Well,
I
yeah,
appreciate it. But that was a great question,
I
Osmond.
got,
Thank you.
I got,
No,
I got
you've
a
already
question.
asked your
I do.
question.
I
No,
got a
you
question.
can't
No,
go
I got a
back.
question.
No,
I got a real question now.
no, you
I
said
have
that
a
was
real question.
real.
No, I was playing. I got a real question now.
Uh-oh.
My real question in all seriousness, if I had an opportunity to speak with Ert Costa and we sat down and did an interview, I just would like to know. I'd be like, Mr. DaCosta, could you please tell me why is your wife running from the smoke?
All right. So, any other questions that you have, go ahead, drop them in the chat really quickly because we are about to land
Initially,
this plane. But we do have a super chat coming through from Donovan Carter, Art and Design. Thank you for the $5 donation. We do appreciate it. The only thing EDC's all in on is coupons and food stamps. So cheap, so over this family circus. Team's not going anywhere. And I think that's the hard truth, Donovan, that I don't want to accept. And I'm trying to tell myself, no, 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 no. We are going somewhere. We are going to, have a chance.
right,
But the evidence, the writing's on the wall. When you don't have the support, like, let me take 2.5. So, like, some of us or most of you work. You have a boss who you report to. How do you feel if your boss doesn't support you? You make a decision at work, your boss calls you, why did you do this?
mhm.
I'm not supporting you in this. I don't have your back. How would you feel? Would you want to be loyal to that company, that organization, if you don't feel supported by your supervisor?
Right. Well, I just want to let it be known, Yolanda, I support you
Thank you. I appreciate you supporting me as your
as
boss.
your boss. I support
Nope, 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 nope. I'm glad that you support me as your boss.
and
Oh,
listen,
thank
listen.
you, Mr. Kevin
I
Germain. That's
appreciate
very
that.
kind.
I
That's
appreciate it.
very,
Listen,
very kind of you.
in the future going forward, if you ever hear me speak about SNAP benefits, I'm talking about Eric DaCosta. Eric DaCosta.
Stop.
Try as cheap as he want to be.
Yeah, that's right. Get those likes up. Hit the like button for us. Hit the like button. But yes, Kwame, the Donda show. If you hit the like button, if you like, I'm
Hold
just
up.
saying what the quote
Nah.
he said.
Why you stoking that fire?
Because listen, Kwame
It
knows
is
it's
the Heyo show. And
no,
I just found an artist and I'm gonna get him to print up some Heyo show t-shirts.
no,
It's gonna be just like the old Yo MTV Raps logo.
no. You
Yeah,
have to run this and clear this by me.
but when you're the
Me, the boss. Me.
COO CEO.
Anyway, we have another super chat donation.
Do we?
Yes.
Y'all just rolling through tonight.
Yeah, y'all
I
are just
really appreciate that.
we do. It really does mean a lot. Dre Dog, thank you for the $2 donation. We appreciate you. Now, I'm not going to say the word that you use because we got to keep it clean. But if I'm Lamar, I'm not negotiating anything.
Ish.
Pay or trade.
Well, he's got a no trade clause in his contract, so can't do that. And after his contract is up, they can't franchise tag him because he has that clause as well. See, Lamar's smarter than a lot of people think.
Hmm.
He's loyal to this organization, but he knows the game. He knows how they operate because he's watched them for years. And he'll get up at the microphone and say the right things. But Lamar knows this team does not have his best interests at heart. They're going to use him until they use him up and then move on to the next one. They don't care about him like they say they care about him. Oh, Lamar's our guy. Lamar this, Lamar that. Lamar, I love Lamar watching him play. I'm so glad that he's back. Well, guess what? How about you do the best that you can to prevent him from getting hurt in the first place? Then we don't have to be glad that Lamar's back. We can just be glad that Lamar is actually here. But we don't do that. We're still going defensively. Defensively.
That's what we do. We have another super chat donation coming through. This time from Richard. Thank you, Richard, for coming back, doubling up. We appreciate the donation. Richard says, EDC has a Walmart basket full of draft picks. Wow. Harbaugh hasn't been woke on the sidelines since he visited the White House. Or Harbaugh and or You have to go. You know, I'll say that, yeah, they've overstayed their welcome.
Thanks.
They have. They really have. And
Thanks.
the question now becomes, hey, they're not leaving right now. I know we say they got to go, they need to leave, they need to get, but the reality is they're not. So the question now is, can we win with them still here? That's what we have to focus on. How do we win knowing that Harbaugh, EDC, there's not going to be a change at guards this year? And by guards, I don't mean our actual guards. I mean the ones who are sitting over in the castle.
You
We
would
have
think,
a couple of other super chats.
but you would think it would be with offensive coordinator scheming up plays, because the Cincinnati Bengals did it. They went to a Super Bowl with one of the worst offensive lines in football, but because they designed their offense to negate pass rushes, they went to a Super Bowl. We can't do that. And like this says, the most of the Ravens fan base, especially now that they're coming to see how we see, seeing that we weren't negative, we were just seeing what was up and coming. They're seeing that we as fans shop at the Apple store trying to get some Apple products. EDC is at Walmart in the bucket DVD bin trying to find $2 CDs and DVDs to play.
$2. Like that's the best you could come up with, Hendo. Seriously.
$5.99. $10.
What about like $7? All
right, $7. $7.
Okay, there we go.
But we buying expensive equipment to further along into the future, and everyone backwards, still trying to get more safeties, still trying to get more inside linebackers.
Yeah,
still bringing in guys that don't know a whole lot about designing winning plays in football. Yeah, but I digress.
All right, thank you again, Spiritual War Exposed, for coming back with another donation tonight. Thank you for the $5. Spiritual War Exposed says, we needed to support this channel like y'all do the vault. We needed more Yendo lives. I like Yendo. That's cute. I like that one. Now,
I'm a grown man. I don't like you.
Well,
I'm just playing. It's creative.
That was very creative. I don't know if it stands as, I don't know if it holds a candle to Hendonda, but it's close. It's close.
If y'all want to protect this channel, get them subscribers up. Like we need to hit them 10Ks. Like them other people, they're at 10K. That's what we trying to be in that realm, that rare air atmosphere.
Yeah.
Go to them backup ones, go to them burners, hit that.
RG had a question. RG wanted to know, Hendo, Yolanda, if Lamar doesn't renegotiate, do you think the Ravens will trade him?
They can't. No trade clause.
No trade clause. There's a no trade clause. So
it's a done deal.
Yeah. Only if he wants it.
Only and like he's such a loyal young man. Like he's so loyal. And I hate to say it, but I wish he'd have left this team in 2023 and went to some place that actually valued him as a quarterback. Because I'm not selfish. Like I want that young man to prosper.
I do too, but I don't want him to go. I know that's like not the nicest thing to say, but I selfishly want him here. Donovan, thank you for coming back again with another donation. We appreciate the $5. Thank you. Here's one. The GM, head coach, and owner are all in it to protect each other. The sabotage of the team and Lamar's career is just a byproduct of that.
Yes, and that's 100% facts.
That is,
if you look at through the first 7 years of Lamar's career, every time we have a playoff loss, who do they talk about? They don't talk about the inept coaching. They don't talk about the GM who says, I need draft picks to replenish this team, but doesn't bring in guys that suitably replace the guys that have left. They only talk about Lamar and what he has not done. Even this past year, when Lamar brought us back from the brink of defeat to tie the game, all they talk about is Lamar's 2 turnovers in the first half. They didn't talk about the time when Lamar was taking us down the field to take the lead and your boy fumbled the ball. They didn't talk about him having wide receivers 3, 4, and 5 driving. What did he drive? 88 yards down the field with backup wide receivers to tie the game. And they lost because Mark Andrews inexplicably dropped the ball because his gloves was wet. But they talk about what Lamar did. They didn't talk about not having a run game that they should have, being that they want to be the most dominant run team in history. They're not talking about an owner that just sits back and watch this head coach squander some of the best teams that the league has seen in 10, 15 years. It is always on Lamar. So they can sit back with their hands clean no matter what happens with this organization, because the headlines will always read, Lamar Jackson does not get it done once again. Oh, you know,
Super frustrating. Very, very frustrating. But
no.
yeah, see, Kwame, it's the Hendonda show. I'm telling you now, I'm starting to feel a little bit better. Yeah, the Hendonda show. That's right.
It's the Hey Yo show.
No. Co-Air Multimedia, thanks for being here, has a question. How many draft picks from the past 3 seasons are still on the team?
It's some, but you know.
Okay, but I guess the other question is, how many of them are on the team and actually playing?
Making an impact?
That too.
Not many, because okay. Let's think about the Nate Wiggins draft. So we got Nate Wiggins, Roger Rosengarten. I mean, you could say TJ Tampa to an extent.
Can you?
To an extent, he's made some plays. He's made some plays here and there. He plays special teams regularly, so you can give him a slight. I mean, he was a 4th rounder.
Okay, either he's okay.
He was the steal of the draft. I was told, steal of the draft. So we have those 3. This past draft, you really can't judge it because it's early, but nobody.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But we do have some guys that are no longer on the team. And we have 2 cornerbacks that are on IR that if they had not made it to IR, they would have been released.
The decisions that we make. And Tanji, you're right. She said, about Lamar Jackson, don't forget the fair weather fans that blame Lamar as well. They get no passes from me. They blame Lamar, knowing the failure is on the coaches and the players. That's it. The Hey Yonda show. That's cute. I like that.
I don't think Ozzy's that involved, because
I hope not.
Because you have to realize, I'm working for Yolanda for years, and I give Yolanda my input on what we should do with YouTube, and she's like, yeah, cool. I'll implement certain things, and she's not listening to me fully, but she hears me. But then she steps down, and I take over, and she becomes kind of my assistant. Not really. I'm not listening to her. She didn't listen to me. I'm not listening to her. I'll take heed to some of her advice, but I'm not listening to her. I don't think Ozzy's all that involved. I just think he's a figurehead, just to be like he's still around.
Yeah, that's what I would think too. I would think he's very, very much on the periphery, but not really so involved in the day-to-day, inner workings of what's going on with the Ravens. But that is something that I wanted to bring up real quick. And then we will certainly, I keep saying we're going to get out of here, but you guys are bringing up great commentary. Then wait.
Listen, if there, I hate to say this, if there is one franchise that has blown
multiple opportunities,
more elite rosters in the NFL than the Baltimore Ravens, it has to be the Dallas Cowboys. It has to be. I know one year y'all had like 9 All-Pros on the team. Dak was in the running for MVP. Y'all just have consistently blown it. Y'all haven't done anything since Jasmine was a baby. And
he doesn't. I don't know if Ken knows who Jasmine is. I don't know.
Oh, my daughter. Well, my daughter Jasmine, and she's in her 30s.
What I was going to say is, yes, that's right, Danity. Thank you so much. Subscribe to both channels. Hit the like button. Make sure your post notifications are turned on. We got goals. I'm trying to reach 2K, and I'm nearing that goal. Hendo is on his way to 10K. You guys can help us get there.
I'm like
Mark Andrews.
I'm like 80 away from 8,000.
Almost there. Mark Andrews is still on this team. Oh, that's for next time. That's for next time. We have gone an hour, and we said
it's 20 minutes.
20 minutes. That's what Hendo said. 20 minutes.
I mean, he's involved. I don't think he makes.
Yeah, he's involved. But
just like some people believe that John Harbaugh don't help make draft decisions, he does.
He most certainly does. But I'm disappointed today, upset with the Ravens today, mad that we're continuing to say, hey, Lamar, just go out there and be superhero. Yeah, I know we didn't take care of you. I know we didn't give you any help, but you'll be all right, right? So I don't like that mentality, but that's kind of where we are. Where do we go for the remainder of this season? I don't know.
We go up, baby. We play some weak teams
I said,
in some whack
so
divisions.
what?
This is V all the way up
So
until the
what?
playoffs. Until the playoffs.
Yeah. Okay.
Then we back down to earth.
Right. We play the Steelers twice,
The
the
Bengals,
Bengals twice,
the Patriots, the Jets, the
the
Vikings,
Patriots, the Jets,
the
the Vikings,
Packers, the
Pack,
Packers, the Pats.
Packer. Yeah, exactly. So stop with that. Stop with, we have an easy
We all
schedule.
the
No, we
way up.
don't.
Yes, we are. We all the way up, baby. You got to
Okay.
keep the faith. If it's one thing that
I
John
did that
Harbaugh,
today,
if the
and
one thing that
what
John
happened?
Harbaugh does is self-preservation. He
I did
finds
that
a way to
today.
keep his job.
I did that today.
He's going to find a way to make it to the playoffs and flame out famously like he always does.
Okay. Our super chat coming in from Donovan again. Thank you for coming back with another super chat with a $2 donation. We appreciate you, Donovan. One more. Harbaugh's IQ is below freezing. I've never heard of that before, but I cannot promise you that I won't steal that one. I may have to use that. Someone's IQ is below freezing. I like it.
Facts. And listen, of all years for us to blow an opportunity.
Hello, Nick.
The Chiefs are down.
The
Bills are vulnerable. Like
Yes.
there is no concrete team in the AFC that's just dominating. The Colts just showed us the other day they're very beatable. So this was the year that we could have run away with the AFC.
Man, oh man. Who's got it better than us? Asks RG.
The Dallas Cowboys. Oh. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me see.
You're not sorry.
Wait, I need 30 seconds to change the name of my channel.
Somebody put a timer.
I need 30 seconds to change my name, to change the name of my channel to the History Channel. Since we're going back to how many Super Bowl rings were won. What was the last one? 93?
Yeah, you might not want to do that, Ken. Like Hendo is a walking. What was that thing back in the days?
Man, let me see. Listen, I'm not a math scholar, but I think 93 doesn't even begin with a 2. And we're talking about something that happened in the 19 something. And we're proud of that. Baltimore, the city of Baltimore has 6 NFL championships. And what? We haven't won a Super Bowl since 2012. We're not happy as a fan base. Not happy as a fan base in 12 years. So you talking about what happened way back then? Mm-hmm. But we about to get out of here. Yolanda has things to do. I gotta go to sleep because I don't work both with y'all tomorrow. I'm cool. But Yolanda
because you're doing I have to get some work done. I have a presentation in the morning. Listen, don't forget, if you are just now tuning in, tomorrow morning, 6 o'clock, 6:30-ish Eastern Standard Time. You don't want to miss the Real Talk with Hendo and Jose from Lunch Break Hot Take. Make sure that you tune in, show them some love, show them some support. Tomorrow morning, you'll be up. And if you're not, catch the replay. There you go.
And Ken, I'm just messing around with you.
Yeah, Ken, you make sure you hit the subscribe button, Ken.
It's all fun and games.
I mean, congratulations. The Cowboys made a trade today.
We both losers.
The Cowboys got Quinn Williams. Huh?
Oh, it was awesome. Listen, one of the all-time greats. One of the all-time greats. And for those, and I had some Ravens fan, little young boy, arguing with me on TikTok. And I'm like, bruh, I was at Memorial Stadium when the Ravens played. You weren't even born yet. So please don't try to tell me about the Ravens. He didn't even know what Memorial Stadium was. I'm like, exactly.
Wow.
But we about to get up out of here. Any last words in this disappointing day?
No, I don't really have anything else to say about these Baltimore Ravens other than stop letting us down. Like, stop, Ravens. We deserve better. And you can do better. So when it's within your wheelhouse to do better, you should. Indeed. So the fact that we didn't today is it's kind of painful, but we'll see where we go from here. Hey, listen, we got the Vikings on deck on Sunday. Right. Well, Hendo and I will be back to live stream that game. And
we don't have any special guests for that game, do we?
Yes, we do. We're gonna get one.
Oh, no. The Vikings don't have anybody special. Yeah. Next one
I
is
know it's being mean.
I mean, when hurt people hurt people. Okay.
Exactly. So stop hurting people just because you're hurt because the Ravens didn't do much. But anyway, we have some special guests that you don't want to miss coming up soon. So, as we preview some of these upcoming games. So make sure you're locked in.
Oh, wow. Zers. Sir.
Okay.
Sir.
Spiritual War Exposed. You know what?
Sir.
Hold
Sir.
on. Let me address spirit. Let me speak to Spiritual War Exposed. I, as like the CEO of the Hindonda Show,
Oh,
said the same exact thing to a certain someone,
you had it
and
right
it
first time.
kind of went in one
You had it right the first
ear
time.
and out the other.
You had it right the
I
first time.
said the same thing.
Well, unfortunately, some of us work 2 full-time jobs.
Yeah. But even if we do like 6 a.m. in the morning,
I'm
listen,
not even home at 6 a.m. sometimes.
call in on your cell phone. Hey, y'all driving here, but I'm listening in. Put it on the speaker. I'm here. We doing this show. We live. You don't have to have your camera on.
All
It's
right,
okay.
we'll do more lives. I promise that.
There you go. You heard it here first. Somebody clip that and send it to me. Or I'll clip it myself. All right. We appreciate you all for tuning in. Make sure you hit the like button on your way out.
Danny,
Take
that's
care
all
of
good.
yourselves, and we will see you very soon.
Go Ravens, I guess.